Hello, how can I help you?
Hello, it's Alfred. I booked an appointment.
Oh, yes. Come in. So, what brought you here today?
Isn't it obvious? Santa's sleigh.
What I meant to say was, why have you decided to come to therapy?
My mental elf. My mental health hasn't been great lately.
Is that why you're dressed as an elf?
I'm dressed like an elf because I am an elf.
If you really are an elf, why do you have extra ears on your costume?
Because I'm too tall. Santa doesn't need to pick me up by my ears. That's why all of the other elves have pointy ears. I wear these so they don't get jealous of my height.
So, have you always been an elf?
Always? But I've been finding it hard lately. The other elves bully me because I'm too tall.
But surely you can defend yourself against the other elves if you're bigger than them.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Explain it to me.
The shorter an elf is, the more powerful they are. One of the elves did this to me.
Oh.
An elf, literally this big, threw me off the roof.
Why did he do that?
We were arguing about who should go down the chimney first.
Were you high at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
About 20 feet off the ground before he threw me off the roof.
No, what I meant was, were you high on drugs?
No. I have been on a lot of painkillers since the injury.
So did you go to the hospital after you fell from the roof?
No. Why would I do that?
That would seem like the most natural reaction.
I had to help Santa deliver presents. There was no time. That cheeky little elf! He was going to give an item from the naughty list to the child.
What kind of items are on the naughty list?
It's not so much an item that is given, but what is taken from the child.
What gets taken from the child?
The Christmas spirit. Part of the soul gets taken away and crushed forever.
That doesn't sound very nice.
That's why it's not on a nice list. I couldn't let that happen. I had to go through the front door and save the kid.
Did you break in?
No, they had a cat flap.
Oh, so that makes it fine then?
Once I got in, I ran to the kid's bedroom, turned a corner and bang! The parents hit me in the eye with a cricket bat.
I guess they weren't expecting a man dressed as an elf to run into their child's bedroom.
I know, right? People can be so weird.
That must have been upsetting for you.
Yeah, it was. I was only trying to spread Christmas cheer.
And you spread Christmas cheer by running into a child's bedroom.
And giving them a present.
What kind of present did you give the child?
Whatever they ask Santa for. I work for Santa. It's all his idea. I just work for him.
So what's it like? Working for Santa?
He sees you when you're sleeping. And he knows when you're awake.
Sounds intrusive.
It's more than intrusive. It's torture. We have to be good. For goodness sakes. Try being good at your job when you get no time off. Not even during Christmas. And work in the coldest place on the planet. Where the sun doesn't come out for months. And when the sun does come out, the land starts melting around us.
Surely you must get some time off at some point in the year.
We keep working till we either freeze to death or drown in melting ice. If we don't make it through the winter, our remains get fed to the reindeer. Haven't you ever wondered why there's a red-nosed reindeer? Its nose is covered in elf blood.
If you don't get time off, how did you find the time to come here?
I escaped.
You're telling me all the elves are prisoners?
It's worse than that. They're willing to be prisoners that tirelessly slave away, creating and suffering for an ungrateful society that infinitely consumes. I recently discovered there are people such as you who call themselves therapists. Possibly the only people on Earth who would patiently sit through the insane rambling of an elf. It doesn't matter if you think I'm telling the truth or not, because it's your job to listen. Do you know how it feels when
When what?
adults tell their children Santa isn't
Santa isn't what? Real?
Why would you ever say something like that to your child? Will, Jack, Mary and Kylie. Isn't it?
How do you know my children's names?
All of them now are past their age for presents from Santa. But still, you hung stockings, enforcing that we will fill them for you. Pretending it's all from you. For your non-believing kids.
What do you mean? Who are you?
I've already told you. I'm just an elf.
So you've been lying to me all this time?
The injuries were fake. So you'll take pity on me. But the rest of my words have been truthful.
So why have you been lying?
Why have you been lying to them? I'll prove it to them when you're gone, and they'll still get presents. They'll believe in Santa again.
You don't need to do this. Think about the naughty list. You don't want to end up on that.
The naughty list! Elves don't end up on the naughty list. But you used to be on top of it. You were such a horrid child! A bully making everyone's life a misery! And look at you now. A therapist! Pretending you care about others. When deep down, you're only doing this to make yourself feel better. Attempting to make up for all that guilt kept buried inside!